Hey everybody, what's going on? Welcome to Dear Downloads, episode 26, half year anniversary, mid-season finale. What's going on, bros? What's going on, Connor? How you
Hey,
been? What you been
hey,
playing?
hey, man! I'm good, man. I've been playing a ton of Pokemon, getting ready for our next episode.
For next week. Next week, everybody, finish playing. Put in your comments.
And dude, I can't believe we've been doing this half a year now. That's pretty crazy.
I know, right? That's nuts.
It seems
Long
like it's
time
been like a
coming.
couple months, not like 6 months.
I know, right?
Yeah.
The COVID black hole of time.
Oh, for real, man! It still feels like it's March 2020.
I know, right?
I don't even like saying or thinking of that number, 2020. I don't know.
Right? Bad news bears.
But I'm doing good. Been playing some Pokemon. Just played some Warzone and playing Apex, Apex
Oh, yeah?
Legends, and dude, what else? I feel like oh, dude, my oldest, she's like, "Can I play The Witcher?" Because we watched it on Netflix, and
Witcher 3?
yeah, she's been playing The Witcher 3 Wild Hunt because we watched The Witcher on Netflix, and she's like,
Sure.
"Oh,
On her Switch?
no, I'm letting her play on my PlayStation."
Okay,
So she's been
nice.
playing that.
Heck yeah.
Yeah, dude. But
Heck yeah.
that's what's
How far
recent.
is she into it?
She's pretty far, dude. I feel she played like straight up 6 or 7 hours straight on the weekend, and then played like 3 hours the other day. So
Whenever I play that game, I like keep rebooting it and like getting up to like the Bloody Baron, and then I just get like burnt out on it.
I'll have to ask her where she is and recap on it next episode.
Okay.
Because I only started
One
it.
day.
I only started it, so I don't know too much.
That's just one of those games that giant and it's just like I'm supposed to ever finish this thing.
Oh, I gotcha. What have you been playing, man? What's new with you?
So I've been playing Fantasian, which is the I don't know, model game by Sakaguchi, the creator of Final Fantasy. Um the music's really good. The gameplay's kind of fun. Like instead of like random battles, which is kind of annoying in RPGs, you like turn on this little device and then it just like sends all the bad guys to like this other dimension and then you can choose to fight them all at once.
Like all the guys in a map, or what do you mean?
Not in a map, but like I don't know, like you know how like in old style RPGs like you'd be walking across the map and you just randomly end up in a battle.
Yeah, like turn based. Yeah.
Yeah, well it's turn-based but also like random battles.
Oh, I
So
gotcha.
like
Okay.
So instead of random, it still has random battles, but like every time you get a random battle, it just like sends it off into this like other dimension, and then you can choose to fight all those monsters at once,
Oh,
up to like 30. So like it, so when you're like running around the map, you can just like it just sends them away and doesn't stop you from doing what you're doing, and then you can choose to fight them when you want to.
I got you. So you could kind of enjoy the map versus and get the fighting all done with or something.
Yeah, you can like get places and then choose to fight the dudes when you want.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah, it's super fun. I'm not super far into it. I don't know, 5, 6 hours, something like that. I've been playing it off and on over the last week or so when it just like dropped randomly last like Friday or Thursday or something like that.
Oh yeah, that's right. Yeah, it just was like out now.
Yeah, out now. It's like, well, cool. I mean, I kind of figured it was coming because they kept like doing like press shit on like Twitter and shit about it and like pushing it, but they didn't have like a release date.
Yeah, yeah.
And then I saw last week it like dropped in Japan, and then like 24 hours later it dropped in the US. So
How are you playing it, or describe it? Because it was pretty interesting when we were talking the other day.
yeah, so like the game they built like a whole they built like 160 like little models. So like when you're playing it, and then they like photographed them.
Oh yeah, no,
And so like
I know that. No, I meant like you're playing it on your iPad and casting it to your TV or something.
yeah, I was doing that, but there's like a ton of lag, so I've just been playing it on my iPad,
Oh, okay, okay. With a controller
which is
like
kind of
Bluetooth or what?
actually I was trying to play it with a controller, but it was okay on the controller, but actually the touchscreen controls on it are really good.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, like it's kind of fun. Like when you're in battles, like your attacks, like depending on how you adjust, like you're pointing on the screen with your finger, adjusts how you attack or like the direction of the attack.
Oh,
So it does like it does like directional attacks, but like some of the attacks, like depending on like how you adjust your finger movement on them, it changes their direction. And like you can hit multiple enemies like in an arc depending on like how you adjust your
Oh.
finger.
So that's how I saw it in the trailer. So that's how you do it, is as you swipe
Yeah.
and how you. That's pretty cool, dude.
So you can still do it with like the controller by adjusting, your thumbsticks, but I don't know. It's actually really intuitive on touchscreen, which is kind of cool.
Yeah, that's awesome, man.
Yeah,
That sounds fun, dude.
it's super fun, and like it's not a big commitment. Like your first month of if you never had Apple Arcade before, like you just sign up. It's like free for your first month.
Oh, okay. Oh, is it a
So
subscription service as well?
yeah, it's a subscription service through Apple.
Everything is a
So Apple
subscription.
Arcade,
Okay.
and it's actually pretty cheap too. I think it's like even after the subscription, it's only like $4.99 a month. So
Oh, that's not bad. That's not bad.
yeah, it's not bad at all. And then they also dropped the same day. They dropped a bunch of games on Apple Arcade that day, but they also dropped a game from Platinum. I haven't played it yet, but it kind of looks like Okami, which is like an old Capcom game. It's kind of from the same dudes that went on to make Platinum games. They used to work at Capcom, and they had this Okami game where you had like a paintbrush and you were a wolf, and it kind of looked, I don't know, like Japanese choreography kind of thing.
Oh, okay.
Super fun game. So I'm looking forward to playing that too once I get through Fantasian. So,
Nice, man.
but yeah, I'm enjoying it so far. Apparently, there's also supposed to be like a second season to the game. So, like the first half of it's like 20, 30 hours. And then later this year, they're going to release like the second half of the game, I guess. So,
That makes sense for
and
mobile games. Like, so it's not just like play it and then never touch it almost, Like keep
yeah,
you active.
keep you involved because I mean, it's like a story based like RPG. So it's like it's linear progression,
Oh, okay,
but
yeah.
it's still kind of interesting.
You feeling connected with the story? Like you're liking how it's starting and where it is?
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's interesting. They have like little vignettes that like the guy forgot his like, you know, lost his memory, and then you have like these vignettes that show up like whenever he like remembers something. And it's kind of interesting. And they're like hand drawn little like sketches.
Oh,
Or not like
okay.
hand drawn, but like illustrations.
Oh, okay.
I don't know. It's interesting game.
A lot of
If
creativity, like on how they're.
Yeah, it's super creative.
Yeah.
It's very different than like other RPGs that I've played. So, but it's fun. I'm having a good time with it. I imagine it's kind of like I feel like the vignettes I've heard that like Lost Odyssey, which is like another Sakaguchi game, but like it was only on Xbox 360. I think that had similar things, but I never played it.
Is it kind of
So
like Peace Walker vignettes for like cutscenes? Not the same style art, but like it's like a still image, kind of animated to tell a story.
yeah, Peace Walker. What is that?
Metal Gear Solid Peace Walker, right?
Oh yeah.
Like on.
Okay, yeah.
Okay.
It's been such a long time since I've played that, but yeah, similar idea. I was like racking my memory when I played that game like a decade ago.
I think I played it on the Ultimate Collection. I started it, so it's been only like
Sure.
4 years since I played it. Well, started it.
Uh,
I'm
yeah,
infamous
I mean,
for starting games and not finishing
and
them.
then never finishing them.
Yeah.
I'm pretty good at that. This last year, I've been really good about finishing games, but in the past, I've been notorious for burning out. Like in the past, I used to have to really like it to enjoy it.
Maybe.
That or is like Destiny, where you just play forever.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, like, and for me, it's the shooters where it's just like the
Yeah.
same thing over and over. You just keep doing. But maybe.
I mean, Destiny's a shooter too, so
Yeah, that's true. It is. Yeah, that's right.
it's like a shooter, but it's also like an MMO, so it's like never ends.
Yeah, it's kind of cool. I never played it really, but it's a super
Yeah.
cool concept. Like our buddy, he was on the show, Max, and I think
Yeah.
Amphi played it as well. But
Oh, really?
I know Max did for sure.
Yeah, the original Destiny, I played a ton. Like I was doing raiding a lot for a long time, and like had a bunch of friends that were playing it, and like we'd go raiding, and I don't know, it was fun.
That's pretty cool. What's a raid then? What does that mean? You get your group together and like attack other people, or?
No, you get your group together, and then like they have this like dungeon that you go into with super hard bosses.
Gotcha. Okay.
And there's usually like weird tricks to like beating the boss. The vault of glass was super fun.
Okay.
Yeah. The Vault of Glass almost reminds me of like, have you played any of Control?
No, I haven't touched it.
You haven't touched that yet.
No.
They have these like weird levels in Control, and the Vault of Glass is kind of like those weird levels in Control.
I see.
So
I gotcha.
art direction style. It's kind of like Scarpa-esque, if you know what I mean.
Oh, okay, that's cool.
Yeah.
That could be rad, like architectural nerd wise.
Yeah, exactly. So only you would understand what the hell I'm talking about. Everyone else that plays video games is like, what the fuck are these guys
Yeah, what
talking
is
about?
Scarpa?
Yeah.
Real cool. Well, we got
Architect.
He's an architect, a badass,
A-
really, really cool.
Italian
project.
architect, I believe.
Yeah, isn't it like I'm gonna mess his first name up. I thought it was like Anthony, but I'm wrong. Scarpa.
Yeah, it is like Anthony or Scarpa.
Oh, it's Carlo. Way off.
Yeah, whatever.
Carlo Scarpa.
Whatever. Yeah, that sounds right.
All right, just for a little lesson, Carlo Scarpa, the most enigmatic and underappreciated architects of the 20th century. It's best known for his instinctive approach to materials, combining time-honored crafts with modern manufacturing process. Yeah, he did a lot of like really cool concrete structures.
Yeah, and I think the big thing is like he had really interesting like staircases and like I don't know, pushing and pulling of materials next to each other, things like that.
Yeah, pushing and pulling for sure.
So yeah, these levels are very similar to that.
That's sick. That'll be cool.
Yeah.
Well, you had a note here too. I want to talk about this. This is pretty cool. So for this month in April, which we're on the 8th now, we probably won't release this till I don't know, the 11th. So it's gonna be mid-April.
Monday. Yeah, whatever. Keep knocking people's brains so they know to get their free games, right?
Yeah. So PS Plus, if you have it, has some new games. And dude, this first one I'm stoked on. That's on the list. Days Gone. Yeah, dude.
Yeah, I mean that's part of the PS5 collection, but it's on free for PS4 this month, which is kind of cool.
Yeah.
I think they just announced that's coming to PC soon too.
Oh, really? Okay, that's pretty rad. That could be cool.
Yeah, just as an afterthought, but yeah, I think that's one of those games that was supposed to be pretty good, but I think it had a somewhat repetitive game loop. But
yeah, that's true. That's what a lot of people. I know Amphi played it and he loved it. And I've watched a ton of footage on it, and I really want to play it. It's just finding the time, and now it's free, dude. So I'm gonna add that to my library. So
there you go.
I love what they did with it. I mean, I haven't played it, and this is what draws me to it. I get it that it's kind of repetitive, kind of like Assassin's Creed is. Like, you know, you go find a thing,
it's all those big open world games. Go here, kill these dudes.
Yep, new mission, do the same thing.
Get your shit.
Find items, yeah. But I love the horde aspect to it with the zombies. Like, that's so cool. So, and oh yeah, I remember Amphi saying when you start to, you have a motorcycle. He's like, it's complete trash. So you have to work on like upgrading that too.
Upgrading your motorcycle.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. But no, that looks cool. What else is on PS Plus this month?
You got Oddworld, Soulstorm, which I've played like one Oddworld game way back in the day on PC. I think one of my friends gave me an Oddworld game for my birthday, like in junior high.
Oh wow!
Otherwise, I haven't played any other Oddworld games. And I thought it was kind of weird. Like you're always playing as I think it's Abe.
Yeah.
You're playing as Abe, and he's got his mouth sewn shut, and I don't know. It's like this weird British world thing where you're like I don't know, zombie. Or not a zombie, but you're like a slave.
Okay.
And you're trying to like bust out of this slave world.
Oh, okay. I've never played an Oddworld.
You haven't?
No, man.
I haven't played any since that, so I mean, it's been 25 years or whatever since I've played one. But,
Jesus,
you know, whatever.
That is a long time. I can't even. Oh my gosh.
It's kind of a weird world. I don't know. I'll probably check it out. It's free. I think they're supposed to have another one coming out soon too, so that's probably part of it.
Oh, they're kind of hyping up to it.
Yeah, maybe hyping up that new one because why not?
Yeah, true.
And then the fourth game is Zombie Army 4 Dead War, which I know nothing about.
I don't either. I saw I ate all the bacon. He was playing it the other day, and it kind of.
Apparently, it's
Go ahead.
also on Game Pass this month as well, just as a FYI.
Oh, that's cool. Xbox is like us too. We got it.
Yeah, me too.
So it says Hitler's hordes are back for more in this spine-chilling shooter from the makers of Sniper Elite 4.
Okay.
Abominable occult enemies, epic weapons, and harrowing new campaign 1 to 4 players. Await in the 1940s Europe as you fight to save humankind from an undead Armageddon. Continue the alternate history of Zombie Army trilogy in huge new levels. Uncover a sinister plan that takes the Survivor Brigade across Italy and beyond. So maybe it's just like Left 4 Dead set in World War II, but zombies.
Yeah.
Okay. Cool. Co-op, of course. A big co-op game.
Yeah.
Interesting. Well, that's cool. Well, I'm super excited for Days Gone, so that's pretty cool. Three games. Oh, you know what? Oddworld is only on PS5. Days Gone is on PS4, and Zombie Army is on PS4.
So maybe that Oddworld game is the one they keep hyping up, and it just came straight to PS Plus. That's kind of cool.
Huh. Interesting. That's awesome. I don't know.
I think it is. It must be, because if it's a PS5 game, it must have just come out. You know what I mean?
Let's see. Or it's a PS4.
Right.
Or it's a PS4 game, but only available on the PS5. Let me see.
That could be.
Initial release? No, it just came out.
Yeah, so it just came out
2 days ago.
Straight to. Okay, so brand new game.
Brand new game free. Wow, that's insane. Oh, you know what? That's why that looked familiar. It's on the list. I was going to go over the games coming out. That's insane.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it just came out.
Wah wah.
Well,
this is also a bit late, but Nintendo killed Mario, guys. I'm sorry. Mario's dead. Rest in peace.
How?
So, essentially what happened is like Nintendo pulled like, you know how they had like the Mario 35 anniversary stuff all last year?
Yeah.
So like those were all like limited release. So they like pulled those from the shelves. So you can't buy them anymore.
Oh yeah, that's right. Yeah. That's crazy.
So everybody's like making the joke that Mario died and he's no more. Nintendo hates Mario.
Why would they do that? Just to create demand? Like,
I think it's just creating limited demand. They're doing that like Disney bullshit where they only release certain movies for a certain amount of times and creating like
you didn't get it, you missed out.
Yeah, I got a copy sitting next to me. It's still in the packaging. I'll sell it to some dum-dum someday for way more money than it's worth.
Yeah, I was gonna say that's all it creates is like the second hand goes way up. I remember like the Disney Vault shit. Aladdin was like impossible to find, and I really wanted to watch it. I don't know why. So my sister found one somewhere, but like it was like a Christmas present because it was like a joke Christmas present.
Yeah,
and she's like, I paid a good penny for that. I was like, why?
The one with Will Smith in it?
No,
or the,
no, the old one. That it's out of the vault now. So this was like a few years back.
Yeah, way back when.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Well, bummer. Bye, Mario.
I know, right? See you, Mario. Nintendo says no mas.
Dude, I was watching.
They just have Mario in the back, back closet of Nintendo's headquarters, and they're just like hitting him with a baseball bat. And they got
everyone jumps in.
Miyamoto back there, just like blows his brains out.
It's like Office Space where they're beating up the copier, but it's Mario. They're just stomping on him.
Yeah, exactly. Just stomping on him, and then he died.
Poor guy. He doesn't deserve that.
I wonder if how Luigi's taking it.
Didn't he just get a game at some point recently?
He had Luigi's Mansion 2 or whatever came out last year, I think.
Yeah, okay. That's right. I
haven't played the Luigi Mansion games, but maybe someday.
I don't think so.
I remember the one on the GameCube was like the first one of the launch games, and they like super pushed it.
Yeah, I remember that. It was like advertised hard, like everywhere.
I know.
And I was working at GameStop, I think, at the same time. It was just like, it was in my face all the time.
Yeah.
Dude,
GameStop bros.
Dude, I was not working. I was watching YouTube, and I don't know how it came across, but this guy took apart a PS5 and he changed all the like white body parts and the black thing in the middle into a brass PS5.
Oh, really?
Yeah, like click that link just to see even just the thumbnail.
Well, I know, like, I mean, the sides come off relatively easy. They just pop off. I don't know about the black thing.
Yeah, he
but,
pulled it all apart and like he made a form for the like from the sides out of like wood and sand or some shit, and then he heated the brass and warped it, and then he fucking polished it. Dude, he did a badass job.
That's pretty dope. Well, I keep seeing like people try to sell the, replacement sides that are black, and Sony keeps taking them down essentially, which I
Really?
don't understand. Yeah, keep
Why?
trying to sue people. I don't know.
Why?
I don't know why they just want. Maybe because they want to sell us new sides eventually, or maybe they don't want people modifying the PlayStation. Beats me, but it'd be nice to not have a giant white monstrosity in my living room.
Yeah, I think black was the call. I don't know why they did white.
Yeah, I don't know either.
There's this structure in Apex Legends in the middle of the new map, and everyone calls it PS5 because it's like this big white like tower like weird thing with like a slot like a so it looks like a PS5. It's
might be intentional.
Maybe, yeah, maybe because it came out. It come out maybe a month or two after PS5 came out. That new map happened. Yeah. Oh yeah, it came out after PS5 was out for sure.
Okay.
Yeah. So I thought that was cool.
Heck yeah. What else you got, buddy?
What else do I have?
Oh, hey.
Go ahead. What?
Here. I was reading the other day, like, I just get the feeling that Stadia is going to die, but apparently if you buy Resident Evil Village, then on Stadia, you get a free Stadia. So like the controller and the Chromecast or whatever.
Oh, okay. See, now that's interesting to offer that versus like join Stadia and play Resident Evil for free. See, that's kind of a different little tactic. Okay.
Yeah. So you buy the game and then they give you the hardware for free.
That's pretty cool.
Which I imagine it's more of a case of, damn, we have this giant warehouse of Stadia hardware. What the fuck are we going to do it? Nobody's using Stadia.
Yeah.
Well,
what's the next big title? Okay, Resident Evil. We'll do that.
We'll just sell this game for and give the hardware for free, and maybe somebody will actually play this thing. Yeah.
So I have some other news. It's a little old now because it was like the end of March.
Yeah,
and I haven't followed up on it, but so I Ate All the Bacon just sent me this in on Twitter, and so it's possible cool news that apparently Microsoft may purchase Discord, or it may go.
Yeah, I saw that.
Or it may go public. So
yeah,
I don't know. What are your thoughts on that?
That could be interesting. I don't know. I'm kind of indifferent. Like maybe if we stop having like server drops all the time, that'd be pretty cool.
Yeah, true. I just was worried a little bit, maybe like they start introducing ads somehow or start monitoring or selling like user data history, because there's tons of servers that people will do tons of stuff on. Like,
yeah, I feel like Microsoft is a little bit less like if it was Google buying it, I'd be more afraid of that, but I feel like Microsoft has been rather consumer friendly lately. So
that's a good point.
Why that is.
That's a good point. Yeah.
Honestly, I think if it was to happen, like I don't think anything would really change other than they'd have better server architecture and things like that. Like the way Microsoft's been acting with games and stuff like that recently has been rather interesting. Hopefully they don't do something stupid and like integrate it with Microsoft Teams and ruin everybody's lives.
Well, I think that's what I was thinking. I was like, well, maybe they'll, because I feel like Teams is not getting that much market share. Because I forget what it was. It was the. I
don't have a problem with Teams. I just think they should have like a consumer level thing and then like a a business side thing and keep them separate.
Yeah,
but that's just me.
True. What was that big event? The CES? Is that what it was?
CES.
Yeah, they talked about like how many people use how many people have been streaming. Jesus. And how many people have been using like Teams versus Zoom versus it was AMD's
versus Zoom.
Yeah, and like Teams had like such a small percentage. So maybe they'll keep Discord and use it as an infrastructure for Teams, or I don't know. But that was my thought. Like I could see that them linking it to Teams somehow, which would suck because I just ignore Teams every time it pops up.
I use Teams every day at work, and it's fine. But like I said, it's more of like a business side thing, whereas Discord's more like people getting together playing games. I think it'd be more of like the game side thing or like an Xbox thing.
Yeah, I think Discord has a lot of fun like community to it. Like I think it's a lot cooler than like if you had a server and built it outright. I think it's a lot cooler than like Facebook and shit like that because you can actually like it's not monstered with ads or like bullshit shit, you know, you don't want to see.
Yeah, absolutely.
But yeah.
So
thanks, I ate all the bacon for that little tidbit. He sent me a Bloomberg article, so I don't know if there's any more recent news on it. I don't know. Have you heard?
I haven't seen anything else. I saw that same article. Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. Yeah, I haven't seen anything in the last couple of weeks. So
Gotcha.
Who knows? Maybe it's full of shit. In other news, this is a little old too, but Sony's killing off all the stores for Vita, PS3, and PSP. So
that's sad, man. I wish they kept PS3 because I got one for the kids, so that way they could, you know, keep getting games and playing.
So if there's anything on there that you want, I guess buy it now. They closed down their like website store, so you have to go on the console to buy shit, which is like going back in time and being miserable. But you know, whatever.
It's not that bad on PS3.
Is it?
Yeah, it's not that bad. But you know what's funny is Twitch isn't on PS3. You can't get the Twitch app on a PlayStation 3.
Well, I mean, Twitch is a lot newer than I think that generation.
Yeah, but it's just a like streaming. Twitch, you could get Netflix on it. All it is just a streaming. I know. You know, like
I'm just thinking out loud. Like Twitch didn't really become big until like the PS4 generation / like Xbox One.
Fair.
So I think it's just the app didn't exist during the console's lifetime, and they never put out a streaming app for it.
Oh, okay. I just thought that was weird.
That'd be my guess, anyways. Didn't hit that critical mass that it has today. Yeah. Then Cyberpunk apparently keeps sucking. So wah wah. Patch 1.2. Holy shit! Did you see these patch notes? They're like 30 pages long.
Oh my god! I'm gonna open it right now. Let's see this patch note.
It's just bonkers. Like, so you guys thought this shit was ready, huh?
Oh my god! Dude, it keeps like, going. Holy
I know.
Cow.
It's like too long, didn't read.
Fixed cinematic design, fixed map design, environment and level, fixed graphics, audio, animation, UI. Oh my god, there's so many.
Like, there's so much shit. Like, this is definitely a case of, man, you guys really should have delayed this thing like a year.
If I was going to print it to a PDF, it would be 34 pages exactly. Damn, you almost called that. What'd you say, like 30 pages?
Yeah, it's like 30 pages.
Oh my god. Yeah, that's insane. Like, nailed it.
Like, what the hell, guys? Yeah, should have waited a year.
Go CD Projekt Red. I want them to. They never will come out with the whole story because I feel like we also never got the full story on like Kojima, like getting ousted and the whole Metal Gear.
Well, the full story is that like management just thought it was going to be done and like they could just polish it in a couple weeks, and that clearly wasn't the case.
Which is probably the same thing with Metal Gear Solid 5, but you know, because
they
pushed it out.
Metal Gear Solid 5 still functions way better than Cyberpunk. It actually runs and doesn't crash every 5 seconds.
That's true.
Doesn't have. I mean, that game functions. It's just the story isn't done. Whereas Cyberpunk's more like the story's done, but the game doesn't function.
Gotcha. Yeah, that makes sense. Yeah. That's a good point.
I don't know. It's too bad because I remember like this time last year it delayed till December. Or it delayed till like fall, and then in fall it delayed till December, and they probably could have pushed this shit another year. But for whatever reason, management probably got bonuses if they pushed it out by December of last year, kind of deal.
Oh yeah, true. They probably wanted to hit that holiday market, you know.
Oh, exactly. I mean, they're a publicly traded company. I mean, it's obvious they needed to. They were planning to release then. They told their shareholders they were going to release by the end of the year. hell or high water. Yeah, hell or high water, they were going to release. So,
Do you think they lost
well,
a lot of like gamers' respect for future games?
yeah, I think they had a. I mean, at the end of the day, they're just a corporation, and gamers shouldn't expect anything else from a corporation than pushing the dollars. But they had a lot of cachet after The Witcher 3, which was
Yeah,
like a pretty rad game. But I mean, even that game had issues when it was first released. Like, that's just I don't know. That's how these giant open world games are. Like, they're all fucking busted when they first release because
yeah. Skyrim was like, I
company.
mean,
Yeah, Skyrim's super
Fallout,
busted.
like Jesus.
Yeah,
Yeah,
all those games
Skyrim's
are
still
busted.
busted. Like, there's
Yeah, it's
still
still
issues.
busted. The only way to play that game is to like third-party mods to like fix all the busted shit. Um, so I don't know. There's something to say about a smaller game that's cohesive and runs.
Yeah,
Like, I mean, look at like Final Fantasy VII Remake. Like that game runs perfectly, doesn't have hardly any glitches, and like is super polished.
yeah.
And,
That.
and that was supposed to come out at the same time as Cyberpunk originally.
Oh, I got you. Like the original release, yeah. And Final
Yeah,
Fantasy did come out, but Cyberpunk
yeah.
didn't.
Who knows when they actually started development though? I think that was the other thing with Cyberpunk is like they originally started development in like 2012, but they didn't really get into like real development until like 2008, and that's just not enough time to make a game that big. Even if you do throw like 1,000 people at it.
Well, that and like between consoles, like developing for
Oh yeah,
another, and just like Jesus. I mean, I could
yeah.
imagine. I don't understand. I don't know anything about game development.
Well, they probably. I mean, that's half the problem with the game is they probably should have just pushed it to next gen only and called it a day.
Mm.
But they wanted that giant user base. So
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, they couldn't ignore the 100 million plus PS4 owners.
it was yeah, and however many Xbox One owners there are,
Yeah, true.
50 million or whatever. So, um, anyways, oh man, do you see? There's going to be a new season of Rick and Morty.
No. Did it? Why did
Have
that
you-
show stop for a while or what?
No, it's just there's a new season of Rick and Morty.
Oh, okay.
Have
Okay.
you ever
Okay.
watched Rick and Morty?
No, I see a ton of clips all over the internet all
Oh
the time.
man, dude, you need to watch Rick and Morty. It is the best show. June
Yeah.
20th.
Everything I watch,
Yeah,
like any
seriously.
clips, it's like hilarious.
It is fucking amazing. Like, I think it's on Netflix, dude. Watch it.
It is. I'm pretty sure it is also. Yeah.
It's
I don't know.
it's freaking great. Rick and Morty for the win. And then the other thing I was seeing like the last day or so, apparently there's been rumors that Kojima is in talks with Microsoft to have Microsoft publish their next game.
Ooh,
So,
okay.
which I mean doesn't hurt my feelings. It'll be on Game Pass day one.
Oh yeah, huh? Damn. Okay.
Damn, son.
I guess I'll have to get
So,
Game
I don't
Pass
know
if that happens.
Right? Pay your $10 rather than your 60.
Well, that's cool, dude. I mean, shoot, I don't even know if they haven't even like talked about anything they're working on.
Yeah, I mean, I saw an interview the other day where their lead artist was talking to this like Russian game podcast saying that they're going to be announcing something soon, whatever that means.
Okay. Just like their huge announcement for whatever day that was, and it was just like merch.
Yeah. No, but I think like new game is what he was saying. So,
Oh, okay.
but who knows, coming soon. I mean, they had the other kind of thing that came out this week is that like E3 is on, so
Oh yeah, huh?
So I imagine we'll be hearing shit like end of May for new games for the fall and shit. So maybe something will come out then.
Midsummer we'll have
Either-
a bunch of news.
Yeah. I mean, I know for a fact that like lots of shit's just been delayed. So what are you gonna do?
True. Speaking of games coming out, I kind of wanted to go over what's coming out this month.
Sure, dude.
Since today's so there's been a few games that are out, and I guess biggest one was Outriders. If you heard anything about that.
I've seen some stuff about it. It's kind of like a Destiny, only not really like a Destiny, if you know what I mean.
Okay. Yeah.
I've heard good things about it, but yeah, I don't know too much about it.
Oh, okay, okay. Then
Square Enix, it's supposed to be a Square Enix game, and it's supposed to be like a Destiny, like kind of like a where you do like raids or something with people, or like do runs with people. Apparently, the story's supposed to be um, kind of bleak, and it's actually pretty story heavy apparently, which is interesting
so it's story
for like a
heavy, but the
game like.
story's kind of meh.
No, I didn't say it's meh. I just said it's depressing.
Oh, I gotcha.
Yeah, I've heard this story's depressing, but it's also like I don't know, like a dungeon crawler kind of like shooter thing or something to that effect. Like I don't know, Destiny like.
Gotcha, gotcha. Yeah, I've been seeing ads for it all over. And these next few games I haven't really seen too much on. World of Demons, which is out on iOS.
World of Demons is what I was talking about earlier. It's the Platinum Games game that
Got
was
it.
mentioning. I want to play that looks kind of like Okami,
Oh, okay, okay, all right.
and that's out on Apple Arcade. So
And then there's also Lost Words Beyond the Page on PS4, Xbox One, Switch, and PC. Oddworld,
don't know that one.
Soulstorm, and
Oddworld we already talked about.
yeah, yeah, and Star Wars Republic Commando, which is PS4 and Switch.
Okay,
And then this other one that's coming out today called Before Your Eyes, or came out today. I don't know anything about it.
looks like an indie.
Yeah. Huh. You
More
control by
Borderlands.
blinking. Interesting. Yeah, Borderlands 3 Director's Cut DLC. A game called What's the Dub? That came out today. Legend of Heroes Trial of the Cold Steel comes out tomorrow. Don't know that. Poison Control, Ashwalkers coming out mid-April. And
Saga Frontier Remaster. That's like a PS1 game, I think, originally.
really,
Interesting. Yeah.
that's cool. Good old
MLB The Show.
yeah.
Oh, go ahead.
No, that's what I was gonna say. Good old MLB's coming still.
So MLB The Show is kind of interesting because that's developed by a Sony first-party studio, but it's coming to Game Pass and Xbox One and Xbox Series X. So that's kind of interesting.
That's crazy.
Yeah, it's a Sony first-party game coming to Xbox.
Has MLB The Show always been by Sony? Because they've been doing that a while.
Yeah, it's always been by Sony, and it's been only on Sony consoles in the past. So that's kind of weird.
Huh.
But whatever. That's why I said that, like, Microsoft just does weird shit these days. Like, I feel like all the game companies don't really care like where their consoles and games go anymore.
Yeah, just play it. Just buy it and play it.
Yeah, I don't know this next one.
Atelier, Monsieur. We tried talking about this a while back. It's on.
Oh, did we?
Yeah, it's on PS4, Switch, and PC. We were trying to figure out what it was a while back.
Okay.
Comes out April 22nd. I don't know anything on it. Then another game, Judgment, is coming out April 23rd.
Judgment, I believe that's made by the team that makes the Yakuza game. So it's like a Yakuza spin-off, essentially.
It kind of looks like
looks
the Yakuza character, just without a fro or whatever.
Yeah, I'm excited about that. Because I really liked Yakuza Like a Dragon. I'm still playing it, but maybe I'll get through it at some point. Action game, so it's going to be action based. So I wonder if they're going back to like the old combat of the old Yakuza games, where they're like a beat 'em up kind of thing. Because the new one is a RPG.
I see. Okay.
So maybe they're going back to like picking up bikes and beating dudes up with bikes and chairs and shit. The old Yakuza.
Are you seeing that
games,
clip or where he's beating someone up with a bike? There's a
no
in the review.
I'm just assuming.
No, in the review, there's a screenshot of him literally beating someone up with a bike.
Okay, yeah. I mean that was like the cachet. Like old Yakuza games are basically like, imagine like you get in battles, but you're basically doing like 90s wrestling.
That's awesome.
They're freaking hilarious. Like, I love Yakuza games. They're so good. If you haven't played one, you should definitely do it.
Yeah, I never have actually.
And they're like usually really fun. Like you're like set in like a Japanese like red light district is almost always what's like where the story takes place. And they're very like I don't know, you just have all these like little vignettes, but like you can just go gambling or like go to a hostess club or go sing karaoke or go to the arcade. Like they're super funny.
That's
Like
kind of cool.
yeah, they're super rad.
Go sing karaoke.
Yep.
That's hilarious. I love karaoke. I haven't done it in so long. Like real, whatever.
I was thinking about trying to go do that soon because they're starting to open them up here. So
Oh, you
maybe in the
should,
next
man.
I know.
What's your go-to? What would you?
I don't know.
Okay.
Take on me.
There you go. Some Rick Astley. I'm gonna give you up.
Oh yeah, that's a good one.
Yeah, dude, that's a good one. Let's see. We got.
Oh man, next game.
Yeah.
Game of the year. The one I'm looking forward to. Can't wait.
What is it?
Stoked.
What is it?
Near Replicant version 1.22474487139, etc. Square root of 1.5.
Oh, is that what that is?
Yeah.
That's hilarious. Wait. Oh my gosh. That's cool.
Square root of 1.5.
What?
So yeah, I'm super stoked for this game.
I know you've been talking about it for a long time now.
I've been talking about it for days, for basically since we started the show. I've been stoked about this. So,
which has been now 6 months. Holy shit!
I know, 6 months. I mean, hell, Automata was one of like my favorite games of last generation. Loved it. So good, so amazing, super fun. This looks just as fun. Have you watched any of the content on this or like the trailers or anything?
No, I haven't. I saw a little bit, but it doesn't like stick out in my memory.
Okay.
Yeah.
I mean, it's like an action game, but it's definitely gonna be a mindfuck story. So, because that's a Toro Yoko game, and that's what he does. It's mindfuck games.
Interesting, dude. Well, I can't wait to hear more about it from you.
Yeah. Other kind of fun thing. Apparently, in Final Fantasy 14, they have like raids based off of Nier in the game, and then like the last Nier raid is coming out this month as well for Final Fantasy 14. So.
Oh, cool.
Get to dress up like Popula is one of the costumes. Popula is the character in the game.
Is that one of the characters on like the cover art of the Nier Replicant? Or not?
No.
Okay.
Red-haired lady that sings to you.
Oh, okay. No idea. Well, I'm going to breeze over these last few games that are coming out. It's Assassin's Creed. Okay. There's some DLC, Wrath of the Druids, coming out April 29th on everything. Then on PC, you got Total War Rome Remastered on April 29th, which seems pretty cool. I don't know if you played Total War games. I used to play.
I haven't played any of them.
No, they were fun. I played Total War Japan.
They're like 4K games, right?
4K. I don't. They're like tabletop, but then it go from the ones I played. It was like tabletop, but
okay.
Also like the Civilization games, like a combination of those.
A Civ game is like a 4K where like time is just sped up essentially, and you like evolve quickly with like your society.
Kind of, yeah.
But also like you build a bunch of shit and then go kill a bunch of people with all your shit. I mean, kind of like Warcraft way back in the day.
Okay, I didn't play Warcraft, so maybe. It was fun.
I mean, it's a real-time strategy game basically.
And then coming up is new Pokemon Snap on the Switch on April 30th.
Oh shit! You're gonna get some Pokemon. You're gonna take some pictures and some Pokemon full.
No, that game never like appeased to me. No.
Nah, I love the original Pokemon or Snap. I had a great time with that.
Yeah, I know you talked about that previously. That's funny, man. No, I don't know why. I never played it. Never got into it. I don't know.
I don't know if I'd play it either these days.
Yeah, but, kind of beyond it.
It was fun when on the 64.
I could see that for sure, And then coming up is R-Type Final 2 on April 30th, almost everywhere. On PS5, we've got Returnal coming out April 30th.
Which looks super interesting. I'm kind of excited about that one.
Yeah.
We'll see if I get it or not. I'm going to wait for reviews, but it looks good so far.
It does look interesting. I'll agree with that. Yeah, I saw a trailer on it. That looks pretty cool. And then Terminator Resistance Enhanced on PS5 on April 30th. So that's it for April.
Oh shit.
And yeah, so that's it coming out April this year. We kind of went heavy on that, but there's this game coming out on PS5 and PC in the future. Have you seen anything about Deathloop?
Yeah, I have. That was actually just delayed today.
Oh,
September.
really?
Yeah.
It's hilarious.
I have seen that. I am I don't know, only warm on it.
It looks super interesting, and I think it's kind of sick. Just because I loved, was it PlayStation or Xbox? Whatever. I think it was. I don't know. Whatever. I think it was Xbox. Manhunt. Remember that game?
Okay. Yeah.
It reminds me.
Is it from the same studio?
No, I don't know. It just reminds me of the premise of Manhunt, which I loved. Like these rich people,
Okay,
like capture you because you're on like death row or something, and then like, oh, you want to live? Then fight everyone, and we'll watch you. Get through this, elaborate level we designed of people that want to kill you.
okay. Oh, this is Arcane Studios, which apparently I believe, are they owned by Microsoft? Yeah, they're owned by Bethesda, so technically it's a Microsoft game now. And LOL, it's coming to PS5
and PC.
and PC.
I didn't see anything about Xbox, but maybe it is.
It'll be there eventually. It's probably like a limited exclusive on the PS5 or something.
Oh, I don't know. I don't know. I haven't.
You know
seen,
what I mean?
Yeah, I haven't seen anything on it. So I kind of, for our Halfiversary, I was watching this video and by gameranx, and it kind of was really cool. Basically, it was in-game features that changed video games like kind of forever or for the games beyond that. So I kind of did his list and kind of did some of my picks for like features in a game that kind of changed things. So
fast travel.
Yeah, fast travel, dude. Yeah, that was huge. I don't know who invented what game did that, but
I don't know either, but makes a big difference.
That's such a good point. Yeah, so his one was Halo 2, their gun weapon selection kind of changed first person shooters because they were like, or maybe it was Halo and Halo 2. They were the first one to just give you two guns. So it was just like
two guns. That was the OG Halo did that.
Yeah.
Where you just had two guns. Whereas like Goldeneye, you just had every gun under the sun.
Yeah. And then it also,
which honestly I kind of miss, just having 10,000 pounds of guns strapped to my back and be able to choose between them. Like I kind of miss that.
It was just clunky to switch, so that really made it simple.
It was. Well, it was a lot easier in like the keyboard and mouse days because it was usually tied to like your 1 through 10 buttons on your keyboard.
Yeah, yep.
So you could just select your weapon by hitting those buttons. I mean, that's how like Counter-Strike did it for a real long time.
Oh, interesting. Okay. And the thing
that's how Counter-Strike did it, like when you're buying weapons, but like Half-Life, like when you're like selecting weapons, you just hit like your 1 through 10. That's how a lot of like the older first-person shooters were.
That's what confused me when I was playing Half-Life. I'm used to the like two guns. Like I thought when you picked up something, it would drop it, and I didn't. I didn't realize. So that kind of messed me up when I was playing it. Yeah.
Yeah, you just gotta hit your 1 through 10 and remember which one goes where, and whatever.
And another thing like GoldenEye and kind of Halo 2 had in common was the regen, like the health regen. So those were like the first to really do that versus like healing items.
I don't remember GoldenEye. GoldenEye, you would pick up health packs, I thought.
Would you? Then it was Halo that started the Regen Shield.
Well, and I think it was Halo. Yeah. So you had health in Halo, but you also had like your shield would regen, and then eventually that like turned into like Call of Duty games where just your health came back over time.
Correct. Yeah. Now
you didn't have health packs at all.
Yeah. Now that's
like
how
Modern
they are.
Warfare kind of shit where you just heal.
You just re-heal after like taking 2 seconds after taking damage.
Yeah, and I think it depends on like the game type too. Like shit that's more like online or the I don't know. It just kind of depends on the game design. So some games do it, some games don't. I don't know.
Yeah.
It's weird.
Yeah, no, it's true. Some games have healing. That's like Half-Life had healing. You had to find health packs.
Yeah. Had to find
Uh,
health packs.
Another one was in Shenmue in 1999. They were
Shenmue's rad, dude.
they were the first game to do QuickTime events, which is
Okay.
QTEs. And to explain to listeners if they don't know, but they would know, it's basically in a cutscene where it's a prompt to hit a button to like avoid the rolling ball or whatever. Like they were the kind of or like hit or what duck. So
fun fact about Shenmue. At the time, it was the most expensive game ever developed.
Really?
Yeah, it cost like $50 million to develop that game.
Oh my gosh. That sounds like a lot, but I have no idea how that stacks up to like today's standards.
Well, I mean, you also got to consider like $50 million in 1999 dollars is way more than, most games today probably cost 50 to 100 to at least to develop, maybe more. I mean, if you imagine like franchises like, the Halos and whatnot, they probably have a.
So that's 1/4 of the cost of the Titanic movie. The Titanic movie apparently was $200 million in 1997.
Yeah.
It's different, total different realms.
But totally different. But I mean, the amount of people it takes to make a game is like 10 times that of a movie.
Probably. I don't know. The credits on the end of movies are like, what the fuck are all these people?
I mean, have you watched the credits on like any game recently? Like Cyberpunk had, 1,000 people working on it over probably 4 years. Like,
that's so true.
God, that's so much money.
That's so true. That is pretty cool that you give credits in games too. Like, you put years on it and you could be like, that's me.
Metal Gear Solid 5, where you get the credits after every damn mission you do.
Oh my god, and featuring and going into it, like who it stars. Yeah.
Yeah, going in and out of every mission.
Yeah.
It runs the credits, which is hilarious. But anyways.
One thing, dude, and we talked about it with Kevin, which was Starcraft a little bit. And that was like the first game to basically usher in esports, like with Battle.net and hosting tournaments and things like that.
Yeah, it'd be like that or Counter-Strike. Like those were the two big ones.
Yeah. Well,
back in the day.
Yeah. I think Starcraft was just a little touch before it. And then...
well, I remember doing online play with Warcraft 2, which was like way old ago. Like I remember logging on and playing against my buddies, but I think it wasn't quite built up enough at that point in time.
Well, like there was like huge masses of people willing to watch Starcraft.
Oh, yeah.
Like that was like it brought it to the main stage. Like, for sure there's tournaments and other games before, but Starcraft ushered in.
Starcraft and Counter-Strike, those were like the big ones.
Yeah, Counter-Strike.
For a very long time. Like I remember in high school there were like Counter-Strike pros.
That's true.
Oh man. Resident Evil 4, the over-the-shoulder third-person shooter, the OG.
Yeah, they kind of brought that back into now modern games because I mean there was third person for a while and then people went into first person for a long time. They really popularized and got the not just the over the shoulder but the concept of ADS, so you could still run and then you hold the L trigger to get a more accurate shot.
Yeah, well, and like I remember Cliff Bukowski that he was the main designer on Gears of War. He said he basically stole the idea for that game from Resident Evil 4.
Dang, but just made it more like the roadie cam and like made it more crazy movement.
Yeah, exactly. Like
I remember when Gears came out, that had like really fun movement, like hiding and tucking up between, like using cover really well.
Like it was like one of the first like cover shooters. You had like that, and then you had like the Uncharted games, which was also like a cover shooter. Like they're all they all kind of came from this like Resident Evil idea, because like it was like the first like third person action game really of that type.
True. Yeah. No, you're right. And dude, this one I don't know much on, but so this is from gameranx. He said Street Fighter 2 was the super combo. In Super Street Fighter 2, the super combo. I guess that wasn't a thing in fighter games.
I don't know. I don't know what a super combo is.
Like after
is that kind of like a fate? Is that like a fatality?
No, it's like if you get enough hits in, it becomes like more like powerful, I guess.
Oh, okay.
And then I guess
that's the real feature, though, is the fatalities from Mortal Kombat, bro.
Oh yeah, dude.
Do you remember like back in the day, like you'd be playing that, and like you'd talk to your friends and like, okay, how do you do the fatality and how do you put in the blood code for Mortal Kombat?
I didn't do any of that, man.
Oh, really?
No, I didn't. I
Uh,
didn't have one, and my stepbrother had one, but he was a d bag, and he wouldn't even let me watch him play it. So
okay,
he said I could stand at the door and listen. And I was like, all right,
lame.
yeah, I'm just a kid, man. All right. But anyways, more positive things. In gameranx, he said Quake was the first person shooter online, and I thought like maybe not Doom, but was it Doom?
Marathon maybe.
Marathon?
I know Marathon had online play, or at least net play. I don't know if it had online play.
Didn't Doom like at least Doom created the term team deathmatch or deathmatch. I know that.
Really?
Yeah.
It might have been. I think that was a Quake thing. I don't know. They're developed by both developed by id, so who knows?
Okay. Yeah, I was watching a documentary about video games, and they were talking, and Doom was on, and like how they created it. And dude, it's a really cool documentary. I'll try and send it to you. I forget what it was called, but it was really cool. It's basically like they were hired to build this game, and they built it on like the Game Boy, and like reverse engineered it, which was like illegal at the time.
Oh wow.
Yeah, and God, I forget. And that's what they developed Doom. I think it's Doom,
Doom.
unless I'm thinking. Is it?
Yeah, Doom.
It's Doom.
Doom was the first. Oh, okay, so Doom was the first like it was LAN play that you could do deathmatch in.
Okay.
So probably Quake was the first one that had like real online.
Okay. All right.
Yeah.
All right. Cool. All right. And then Call of Duty Modern Warfare, which I think before Modern Warfare was World at War, where you could choose your loadouts. Like it was it modernized shooters to where you could have like loadouts, perks,
Yeah.
kill streaks, and then you'd get like ranking progression. But yeah.
Yeah. Good old Modern Warfare.
Yeah, good old Call of Duty being innovative, you know?
Yep.
My favorite, dude, was he listed Metal Gear Solid for the fully dense cinematic experience. So cutscenes and storytelling with gameplay. And
yeah,
I couldn't agree more, man. Like,
yeah, I mean, that's definitely true. I mean, the only thing I can think of games doing that like before that were like the other Kojima games that probably you never played, like Snatcher or Police Knots, which also did similar things, but those are like point and click adventures. But those like
yeah, but they were
Snatcher.
more like 16-bit graphic or less, right?
So Snatcher was almost like a video game movie.
Oh.
Yeah. But yeah, it was like I think they did have PlayStation versions of those, but they originally released like on the I don't know, whatever the hell it was. Whatever people were playing in Japan back then. I think Snatcher came out on Sega CD.
I'm saving a note for Snatcher. I want to check that out.
Snatcher's rad.
You brought it up multiple times, and I keep.
It's so rad.
Yeah. All right, I gotta check it out. And then, believe it or not, I know like a lot of the GTA's they had like kind of sandboxes and open worlds, but GTA 3 was like the first kind of
like the first real one that's like
a big
the
3D.
first real murder simulator.
And you could just like I remember just spending hours in that game, like literally doing nothing. Like you don't have to do missions. You could just
you don't have to do shit.
Yeah.
Don't have to do shit. Can just go steal some cars.
And then Super Mario 64 was kind of the first 3D platformer. Like it brought platformers to 3D.
It was definitely the first really good one.
And yeah, that's kind of his list. I like what you had to say, dude. Fast travel. That's like, I didn't even think of that little thing. Wow, that's cool.
Makes such a difference. Like there's, especially in all these giant open world games, like that shit didn't exist. We'd all be miserable.
Yeah,
miserable as fuck.
Because one of my picks for features that change video games is Skyrim, just for creating the awesome world, like that's all these caves and all these like underground societies, like the Dwemer stuff. Like I just couldn't leave it when I play. And I still think about it today.
Did you ever play Oblivion?
I did for a little bit. Yes, I did play a little Oblivion. Okay. Yeah.
But I mean, Skyrim's very much similar to Oblivion, just way bigger.
Yeah.
way more cohesive, but they're very similar games.
Yeah, I know
in a
that. I think the lure with Skyrim was the whole dragons, because that was
Yeah, the
that's not in
dragons
Oblivion.
and like the snow-capped mountains and everything.
Yeah, like the environments you go to. Oh,
Yeah,
dude. But without fast travel, that would be such a rough.
a shit game.
Yeah, that'd be a rough fucking game.
rough, shitty game.
One of my favorite
man.
other ones is like, I can't believe it's not used more, because I mean, I get it, but Portal, like the concept of Portal for making that game, like it just makes you think differently about levels and
Oh yeah,
and how to go somewhere. Like
Portal is one of my favorite games for a long time. It's so good. I wish Valve didn't hate making sequels to their games.
oh, that's sad. Yeah, I mean, it's such a great concept and like
Whether it
fun.
be Half-Life or Portal, because you played so you played all the Portal games, huh?
Yeah, I played Portal 1 and Portal 2. Because
So
Portal was like a
I don't
demo on some game, like it wasn't like its own game, right?
Oh, it was its own game. It may have came with like the Half-Life
Yeah,
2 collection.
it did.
Yeah.
Yep. Yeah.
But I mean, the feeling I get from Portal is it's like set in the same universe as Half-Life.
Now playing Half-Life for our last game, I feel it.
Yeah.
I feel it too. But I love it that like you don't, besides the boss fight really on Portal 2, like I feel like you could play that game forever. Like if they just kept coming out with levels, like why can't they do that?
I think there is like a big community of like
Ooh,
user generated levels for that.
That's cool.
At least there was back in the day.
That's cool, actually.
Because what were you playing? Were you playing on PS3?
No, it was on Xbox. It was
Okay,
I don't
Xbox.
know what Xbox console, but it was on an Xbox console.
It was on Xbox.
Yeah.
Okay, I think it was on Xbox. Yeah. I mean, probably the way to do it is log on to Steam and play it there, because I'm pretty sure there's a bunch of like user generated levels for that game.
That's sick. Like you can access through the game versus like something else.
Yeah, I think so.
Cool.
I could be wrong, but.
And then last thing I had was on The Last of Us and Metal Gear Solid for creative storytelling. Like I really, those two games, or even those two, I guess now series, even Uncharted, man, like really.
Oh yeah, I'd say Last of Us is building on top of like what Uncharted did.
Yeah. I really think like the last
Uncharted, I think, really made the like big like linear like story blockbuster game, like. You know what I mean?
They did, but I feel like they even upped their game, because like Uncharted 1, 2, and 3, then The Last of Us came out, then Uncharted 4, then The Last of Us Part 2. Like, is that their sequence? Yeah. Okay. Because I feel like Uncharted 4 is so much better at storytelling than Uncharted 3 and 2, even though 2 is such a badass game and it is a good story.
2 is so good. Like 3 was kind of was okay, but 2 was freaking amazing.
Really good.
When it came out.
But I really feel like they honed their craft in after they did The Last of Us. Like they're like, oh, okay.
Yeah.
But
you can also see like their budgets for those games just like explode over time.
Yeah, fair enough.
Money that they had.
Like, fair enough. Yeah.
The amount of money that went from Uncharted 1 to 2 is just like bonkers, because Uncharted 1's kind of, I don't know, janky.
Yeah.
To say the least.
Yeah.
And all the guys in there are like bullet sponges, but like Uncharted 2 is like, damn, you can do a little bit of everything. Like you see like this list here, like the quick time events. Yep, has those. Like only have 2 weapons in the game. Yep, has that. Like.
Oh yeah, huh? Yeah.
Like
over the shoulder.
Cinematic, dense cutscenes. Like it's just like took a bunch of all of these ideas and like turned it into its own and really like polished the hell out of it.
It'd be kind of platformer too, because like the level puzzles and shit like that.
Yeah, exactly, for sure.
Yeah.
Like, it was a little bit of everything. It reminds me a little bit of like the Prince of Persia games a little bit. It's got a little bit of that in there.
Oh yeah, yeah, that's true, huh? Those kind of always stayed quiet, even though they were good games. I feel like they never really like.
Well, I remember playing like the original Prince of Persia: Sands of Time on the PS2, and that game was awesome. But
yeah, it was a cool game, dude. I think it was on Xbox as well. I think.
Yeah, I think it was. I mean, it's a Ubisoft game, so that makes sense.
Oh, okay, all right, yeah. It was a.
I think I was reading somewhere last year that they might be doing a remaster of that actually.
That's cool.
Which would be super cool.
I mean, I feel like it even did well as a movie with
with what's his name?
Jake Gyllenhaal.
Jake Gyllenhaal.
Yeah, it was a good movie too. I mean, I know it didn't do like great, but I still felt like, yeah, it was cool.
Yeah. I mean, it's a video game movie, so what do you expect? Those aren't exactly like the highest bar of cinematic
Well, I hope that
greatness.
changes with The Last of Us on HBO. That's kind of gone quiet too. I'm always hoping for like some news.
Or Uncharted. Oh, I was reading news today that Sony, all their like video game properties are going to go to Netflix.
What does that mean?
They signed a deal with Netflix to like release their
Oh
video game
shit,
properties
that's
through
huge.
Netflix.
That could be
Yeah.
huge. Like a lot of the Marvel on Disney, like Disney could just do whatever they want. So now Netflix
Yeah.
can. Dude,
Yeah, exactly.
that's big.
Yeah.
Well, that'll be cool. That is a bright future for a lot of the Sony IP. That's awesome.
Yeah. That'll be sweet. Super sweet.
Super sweet. Well, I ain't got much
Super
left. I
sweet.
don't know if there are other features in that kind of change games for you
No,
off the
I
top of your
think
head.
that
But
kind of covers it for me.
okay.
I don't know. You got anything else?
No, not
Tune in
really.
next week, guys, for our Pokemon, Eevee, and Pikachu. Let's go.
Yeah, I'm really looking forward to talk about that further because, dude, what a fun game, and I can't wait to dive into that. But
Can't wait to dive into it a little more.
yeah,
I need to buckle down and dig some more into it. I've gotten pretty far, but
I play at least an hour every now and then, like
okay.
at night while something's going on. I can just that's what I love. We'll get into it, anyways.
Yeah.
Anyways. Well, shoot, this is our half-anniversary, our 26th episode. Maybe it's actually our 27th, but you know what? Who cares?
Oh yeah. I guess last one was technically, but who's counting? Not me.
Yeah, we just put numbers out there. If we miscount, whatever. But thank you guys for listening. Luke, always a fun time. And
Heck yeah.
shoot, we'll see you next week.
All right. Bye, guys.